A single social media post can change the life of a student. Wits University refused a final year medical student to graduate as she owes the institution 60,000 rand. But sympathizers opened their hearts and pockets after Snenhlanhla Zigubu's predicament was highlighted on social media. She is one of countless students facing funding difficulties. The Fees Commission report doesn't hold much hope for them. Government is yet to respond to its recommendations.
After a 6-year-long haul, not what final year medical student Snenhlanhla Zigubu was bargaining for.
The first time I realized that, I might not graduate, was earlier this year in March.
She owes over 60,000 rand in outstanding fees. Hope faded when her mother, a single parent, lost her job 2 years ago.
I had given up on trying to get it paid this year. My fears were that not graduating will stop me from being able to work.
But it only took a Facebook post by a friend which found its way to Twitter. Just days later, over 35,000 rand pledged. The balance will come from an anonymous donor.
Really grateful to them. They've shown me Ubuntu. They didn't have to, they didn't know me.
A lifeline for Zigubu, who starts her intern year in KwaZulu-Natal next month. But thousands face formidable financial challenges.
I'm washing cars to save money for my school fees.
20-year-old Michelle Koza hopes to go to university at least in 2019.
I support free education because there are so many students suffering out there like me.
Students countrywide rejected the Fees Commission's report. The main recommendation is the replacement of NSFAS with a scheme in which students get government-guaranteed loans from commercial banks.
Our government has clearly proven that they don't care about us.
I think the ANC is going to use free education and free decolonized education particularly as a campaigning tool for 2019. We are expecting them to announce the possibility of free education on subject of, young people voting for the ANC after they come from the elective conference this year in December.
The ANC seems to suggest it will not happen anytime soon.
Given the decisions we've made in our ANC NGC and decisions that I'm sure we will affirm, I hope, through our branches at our national conference, we will begin the steps toward ensuring that we achieve free higher education in our lifetime.
Universities are anxious to get clarity from government on the Fees Commission report.
There needs to be some sort of national discussion led by the government which says we're either going to have fee-free education or not. From the university's point of view, this is not an issue because the subsidy to the universities at the moment is about 30 billion rand a year. The fee component is about 25 billion. So what it means essentially is that the subsidy portion that will come to the universities if there's a fee-free model will be 55 billion. You have to add those two together. That will allow the universities to function.
But it's not only about fees must fall. Hand in hand, the demand for decolonized education.
We're talking about an education system that is rooted in the identity of the majority of the people in this country and reflects that majority, which is a black majority. We're talking about an education system that is there to cater and serve the black child as opposed to locking them out of the economy, of the system and of education in its entirety.
The Western way is not necessarily the only way. So I think it continues that idea of feeling like the African voice is not enough.
You have to start from back in primary schools, because whenever you come from a matric or whenever in high school, coming to varsity, the transformation is so hard.
Academics say it will be a challenging and lengthy process.
Some academics have relegated it into addition. in an attempt to render it useless. To decolonize for me is to disrupt the status quo, and is to unsettle, is to shift paradigms, and this has never been easy anywhere in the world.
I think in particular there hasn't been sufficient attention to intellectual product from the South, and I think work needs to be done with respect to that. I also think the presence of Africa in much of what we do in the academy is hugely inadequate.
Statues may have fallen, but fees are yet to follow. Despite the challenges, Zigubu finally pulled it off. She is set to graduate on Thursday. For many others, a long road lies ahead. SABC News, Johannesburg.